Hi, I'm glad you joined us for this training, Host Coaching 101. I'm Connie Ashburn, your Director of Field Development. So you have entered the world of Party Plan, so congratulations for that decision, because I believe that it's a great business model where you can earn money when you want to and when you need to. Most of our consultants, it is not unusual for them to earn $150 to $200 or more in an evening or at a party. So party because it makes financial sense. So we're going to be covering host coaching in this video, which is a really important skill for you to learn as a consultant, because it is going to increase the results of your parties. So if you plan to have a successful party plan business, learning the skill of good host coaching is key. It's certainly what's going to help you to build a relationship with your host and create a great party experience for all those that attend, in addition to yourself, because it's a much better experience if you can be presenting in front of 8 to 10 people instead of 1 to 2. So your present and future business absolutely depend on it, because getting guests to a party is what allows you to sponsor additional people and certainly book more parties. So today we're going to cover some of the skills necessary to have to really run good host coaching with your parties. So here at Pink Zebra, we have two types of parties. We have a traditional party, which you probably have seen and experienced yourself. You've either been to parties before or you've actually hosted. So of course the consultant arrives, they set the products up, the guests come, they do a presentation, the guests then have an opportunity to shop, and they write their orders up and go home. Orders are placed and shipped to the host or to the guest a couple weeks later. Next, there's a blend bash, which is the new party experience that Pink Zebra launched this year. And it is a completely interactive shop and mingle type of party, which has really gained a tremendous amount of momentum and really giving our consultants incredible results in terms of rebooking parties, higher sales, greater host rewards, of course, increased commission, many reasons to hold blend bash parties. And one of the keys is what you see in the bottom right corner in that image is our bash box. It is a box with 3 blending bags and 3 samples of our Sprinkles product, in addition to a Go card that is actually pre-ordered by Blend Bash guests before the party. It ships to their home, and then they bring the bash box to the party that they can fill the 3 blending bags that are inside that bash box. They fill it at the party and are able to take them home, and then they can place orders for additional products, additional sprinkles, that type of stuff that ship later. So you as a consultant have to decide which type of party you're going to actually hold. I'm going to really talk about host coaching in a general way, and then we'll do a separate video that will have some specific tools that might help you to be more successful with pre-selling bash boxes and doing a blend bash party. So let's get started. So I just want to share first the 10 plus 3 plus 3 formula that really means 10 guests, 3 pre-orders prior to the party, of course, for those guests that might not be able to attend, and then after the party, 3 post orders. That formula does not guarantee a $1,000 party, but it's going to get you very close, if not right at that mark. So at that party sales amount, you as a consultant are going to earn on average about $322 at the party when it hits that $1,000 SV. So you will also, by getting 10 guests there, you're going to have enough guests to book 2 parties at every party that you hold, which is going to keep you in business, and the potential for a new team member. So how does that sound? Pretty amazing results. So everything that you want to accomplish in terms of income can be accomplished with a minimum of 2 parties per month, basically giving you the opportunity to earn $500 to $600 every single month, and that can increase with the number of parties that you decide to book. So once your host books a date, what's the next step? We recommend that you send or hand out your host packet, depending on if you are with the host when they actually book. Then set the party up in ZebraNet, which of course is your back office. We encourage you to complete a host checklist, which I'm going to be covering in a couple minutes, and it is available in your back office under your resources. Confirm the date via text so that you make sure that the host is comfortable with that date. And then I would recommend setting up a Facebook event really just as a means to communicate and to create excitement, not necessarily to invite, of course, unless it's a Facebook party, because we want some personal involvement with the invitation process and don't rely on just inviting a bunch of people on Facebook and expect that they're going to show up. So what to include in an actual host packet would be 1 to 2 catalogs, our host planning guide, which you can print or email to your host, and again, it's available in resources on ZebraNet, a join brochure, which you should have received in your kit, host bingo, which again is in resources, but it's an optional game that can be played by your host just to encourage the activities that are important in the host coaching arena, and then a couple of order forms just in case there's some guests that might not want to place an order online. So next is the host checklist. We recommend that you fill this out first and really use it as a basis for your coaching calls. It'll keep everything on track for you. So if you schedule your first coaching call about 2 weeks before the party or sooner, if your actual party is sooner than that, and blend bashes we do recommend, or they need to be booked 2 weeks in advance, so you might start your coaching with blend bashes a little bit earlier. So really staying organized means that your contacts and important host coaching tasks do not get left to memory. So that's what this host checklist is all about. So really think about this being your livelihood, because the success that you have with host coaching is going to increase your party results, which of course earns you more income and gets you more bookings and obviously more prospecting opportunities that we mentioned earlier. So really using this checklist to your advantage to make sure that you're making those connection calls when you should is important. The DSA did a study with hosts that had had such parties, and one of the complaints they had is the consultants did not stay in touch with them. So stay connected. It's important in that relationship building process. The next key is the host planning guide. Now this is a 3-page guide for our traditional parties, and it is another guide which is 4 pages for our blend bashes. There's a little bit more detail in the blend bash to make it successful. So using this guide will absolutely save your time. So we want to encourage you to work smarter, not harder. And basically this gets sent or emailed to, given or emailed to your host, has of course the party date and time at the top, all of your contact information, and then it follows along much of the things that are contained in your host checklist. Covers the 10 plus 3 plus 3, talks about the party invite itself. If you'd like to set up a party theme, there's an opportunity to discuss that. And next we'll go on to the second important page, which really second and third important pages, which covers the host rewards and the wish list. So really key that you really talk to your host about the fragrancing that they want to do in their home, some of the decor needs that they may have. Get them into the catalog and talking about the stuff that they're most excited earning for free. The more you connect your host with the product that's in the catalog, and that host just imagining those things being in their home, the greater chance you're going to have at them fully engaging and being successful at inviting friends to attend. The last piece, of course, is the guest planner, and it certainly covers or gives an opportunity for your host to write down all the names of people that they want to invite and their email, their phone address. Some of the people they may call, some they may text, some they may email. You're going to work with them specifically on the invite process to help them get those invitations out to as many people as possible. So what does a host coaching call look like? When you make the call itself, I want to encourage you to be confident. Come from a place of servitude, because you are in fact doing a service to the host that you're actually doing the party for. Many of our surveys indicate that hosts love the experience they have with their friends. They love getting the free products. They love the products in general. So overall, when you think about the party that you are actually have booked with that host, it is a positive for them all the way around. You're giving them an opportunity to get together with friends and earn some products for free. So look at it like that. Make sure that you're confident about what you have to offer, and certainly smile when you're making those phone calls, because it does come through and does make a difference. You want to make this all about their experience and their home, and you are there to help them have the best possible experience they can. So look at your goals in general with the actual party itself. Show your host that you take your business seriously, and that really means that you just do what you say you're going to do. When you're going to make a call, when you set up one of your coaching calls, you do it on time, you arrive at the party on time, you create some excitement, have some enthusiasm about what you're doing, all of those things. The opportunity for you to increase attendance is greatly increased as a result of the host coaching that you're going to do. So talk about the 10 plus 3 plus 3 so they have a sense of what you're shooting for. The calls also help to empower your host to collect those additional orders. So give your host word choices, maybe some ideas, suggest some product bundles that might help them to sell to other friends. Maybe ask your host to pick out her favorite fragrances so they can share that with their friends. And then, of course, the word choices so that your host invites with confidence and shares the fun factor that's going to happen in terms of just having this party and what kind of a great time you're going to have. The goal would be to book 2 parties, so you want to share that with your host, because if you book 2 parties at every party that you do, you will never be out of business. So, of course, you want to invite your host to join your team, and you hope to find at least one more prospect at every party that would be interested in joining your business. And when you've got 10 guests there, the chances of you accomplishing this and more is very high. So practice, practice, practice. This skill can make or break your business. You might feel a little bit uncomfortable at first, but keep working through it. Use the planning guide and the host checklist to just create confidence in your words and what you're sharing. And then just sit back and enjoy the financial rewards of a great party sales and team growth as a result of consistently doing parties. I would suggest on a weekly basis, but however often you do them, make every party that you do rewarding for everyone involved. So thanks for listening today. Have a wonderful day, and we look forward to seeing the results of your host coaching. Take care.